Hello everyone, welcome to my first episode in this series where I redesign my OCs on my toy house until I run out. Today we're going to do my character Aaron Macazelli. So let's hop into it. I started the sketch off camera, everything, because I was still setting up, still trying to decide what all to do with the character. I still had to study some references, whatnot, but I suppose for this I'll just go ahead and go into just details about my character and maybe their history. Aaron was on the top of the list and everything because it was in alphabetical order, and I have a lot of other OCs on Toy House, but say I haven't put them all in. But Aaron was the first up on the chopping block. So, he was from my MS Paint era. I used him particularly in stories that I wrote with my friend, centering the Undertale universe, so that's fun. He used to be a gray wolf, and he had some kind of infection, if I'm remembering correctly, that made his eyes particularly swirly and whatnot. He kind of, yeah, he was a special boy and everything, but he was also an edgy werewolf, so we love that. And mind you, I could only really draw wolves and cats at that time. I hadn't really explored humans that much as a medium outside of very, very shitty humans. So yeah, but say eventually I started to use him a bit less as I evolved as an artist, started to step away from just away from the MS Paint area and more into paint tool size you can see me using now. Say I just sort of stopped using him in stories, stopped using him in my art after I tapered off on that roleplay I was doing with a friend, say. But eventually I was able to revamp him whenever I got back into humans, though. He was more a, let's see, say, he was a, I didn't really get to delve deeper into his story, considering I was more focused on other characters and whatnot, say. So sadly, he got a little bit of attention, and then I died off immediately again, say. And I continued to try and develop his story, like, piece by piece over the years. I gave him a husband. His husband loves him very much. They are very much in love, say. And I eventually was able to give him a little bit more of a fleshed out story. I made it so that he is a film student. He's a indie director of sorts. He made a movie with some friends, and he's really into cars. He's super duper into cars, say. And yeah, say, it's I'm considering changing this part of the story since I do want to use him again. And this was unfortunately during my, dead cop-out era and everything, where if I just couldn't decide what to do with a character, they'd die. So, a fair warning, that's going to happen a lot with a lot of my characters that I'm, gonna be redesigning, so that's a shame. Please give suggestions and, thoughts on the story, thoughts on the, what changes I can make, but I am going to try and play with his story a little bit more, say. But yeah, as I was saying, he ended up getting in a car crash, and that I'm considering keeping in his story, maybe just to, I don't know, maybe just to have, some, maybe that could be the reason why he got his, facial scars, who knows. But, the car crash happened because of his, younger brother. You can sort of see him there in the background. I wanted to just vaguely use him as a reference because I wanted to make them, I wanted to make their features similar because they are related and all that, but, yeah, I honestly have been trying to think of, more, I think this series specifically will hopefully do some good on, giving these older characters that I may not use as much in my more modern artwork. Just a bit more attention and maybe potentially breathe some life back into them. And also, as you can see on screen right now, I am giving him some tattoos as like a sort of callback to these like little spirals he had in his eyes and everything, because he was a special main character boy and everything. And then I also added a tattoo of, I still need to figure out the specific dates, but I'm considering making it like a longer Roman numeral of him and his husband's engagement date and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that would be cute. He's an absolute sap now. He used to be like completely different personality-wise, but like I think he's just a huge dork that loves cars now. But please let me know what you think. That's Aaron done. Bye bye. Woohoo!